Salman, guys. I've got some advice here for young men who are struggling in life. A good friend of mine sent me a little clip by a bodybuilder, Chris Bumstead, who is giving advice around men, young men in particular, struggling with certain dynamics. And a lot of things that he speaks of I agree with, and then there's things where I don't agree with. He speaks about being emotionally available, speaking, talking to people about your challenges. There's a lot of truth in that. There's a lot of truth whenever we are told men need to be vulnerable, men need to be open up and talk. I agree with that. The problem is how you go about this. So if you, as a man, young, old, whatever, are struggling, with certain challenges, yes, it's great. It's great to find someone. It's great to find someone to talk about it, to open up, and be vulnerable. Again, it's how you go about it. If you're a mother and you have a son and you want, just be vulnerable, be open up, express your emotional side. If you are a wife, you say to your husband, just be vulnerable. Guys, Chris Rock says it best when he says, only women, children, and dogs get loved unconditionally. Men have to earn the right to be soft. As a man, you have to earn the right to be soft. So Chris Bumstead talking about he was opening up, he was vulnerable. This is an Olympic champion. He's a multi-millionaire. He's allowed to say those things. So whenever you see these spaces, you listen to Terry Crews, you listen to Kevin Hart, you listen to The Rock, all these people who are busy telling us, open up, be vulnerable, open up, be vulnerable. We need to understand, Uguti, you are talking to multi-millionaires. They have earned the right, to be vulnerable. Think about this, like someone wanting to borrow money, if it's someone that I know is financially strong, is someone who I can lean on, then it's great for them to lean on me every now and again for that some whatever amount. But if it's someone that I know is financially weak, someone who is financially incompetent, someone who is struggling, how many times will I assist them? How many times would you assist them? So it's quick to say these things. It's quick to say, men, be emotional, men that are men, don't be toxic, don't be. Do you ever take the time to take a step back and ask yourself, why is it that people like your Andrew Tate, your Joe Rogan, your Jordan Peterson, your Kevin Samuels, why is it that those people just shot up and their fame and stardom was just followed by millions? Why is it that all these young, old men just gravitated to that type of energy? I believe, Uti, for the first time you had a voice that is saying, you know what, we're not going to accept bullshit. But before you don't accept bullshit out there, you can't accept bullshit in here. Yes, you are struggling. Yes, you are. Fix yourself. I've made videos where I speak about certain pillars, of your life. I speak about your physical pillar. I speak about your financial pillar. I speak about your mental pillar, your psychological pillar, your moral pillar. So I speak about them and I say, listen, my journey, because I'm far from this, I'm also struggling, is to work on that shit, and then once you've worked on your financial pillar, then you can say that bullshit that rich people say, oh, money can't buy you happiness. If you're a broke motherfucker who doesn't know how they'll pay their rent, your car's getting repossessed, your kids have nothing in their stomach, you don't have the fucking right to say, oh, money can't buy you happiness. Bullshit. You shut the fuck up. Once you've made 10, 20, 30 million dollars, then you come to us and you say, yeah, guys, I've got $100 million in my bank. Let me tell you something, money doesn't buy happiness. Then that's fine. If you are this weak, brittle, 55 kg man and saying, oh, muscles don't make you fight, shut the fuck up. Go to gym, build your body, go to a boxing club, build your body, get strong, get fucking muscles. Then, once you look like, I don't know, fucking Mike Tyson, once you look like him, then you can say, hey guys, muscles don't make you a good fighter. You have to earn the right to say that shit. I look at Israel Adesanya. Israel Adesanya paints his nails. He loves painting his nails. But this guy is I think, light, middle, or middleweight champion of the world within the UFC. So this guy's a professional fighter. He can rip you into shreds. Therefore, when he does those feminine things, he's earned the right to. So again, don't be lost in this feminized society telling you that you need to open up and you need to. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But you need to understand who are you opening up to and how. You know, we've all experienced this. I'm not saying people are perfect. We've all experienced this where you go and you're vulnerable to someone and they turn around and they use it against you. Not all of us can afford paying 1,500 rand for psychologists to see them twice a week for the next 6 years. Not all of us can afford that, you know. So maybe you go and you open up to your girlfriend, or you go and you open up to a friend, and 2 months later in a very bad fight, it comes out. Yes, find someone that you trust, but be very tactful about how you go about it. So again, to all the men who are struggling, break down your life. Break down your life. The easiest one is the physical one. Look at where you are physically. You know, are you overweight? Are you struggling with your health? Are you drinking excessively like I tend to do at times? Fix that part of your life. You know, get a six-pack, go to gym, you know, get strong, fight, get into a fighting gym, not fight in the street, sorry. Get into a fighting gym, fight, fix that. Financially, huge pillar. A lot of how we perceive men in today's world is based on this financial pillar. Make sure that you get your bag up. If you broke, go work at McDonald's, go work at KFC, fucking go sell more fire on the street. Do something to make sure that you've got that bank, you know. Because again, your girlfriend say be vulnerable, but you can't even afford to buy her 6 wings. How long will she accept your vulnerability? You know, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, you know. So if I know Uguti, I'm giving my girl 20k a month for rent, for food, for groceries, I promise you she'll allow me to be as vulnerable as I want to her for as long as I need. You know, as long as I'm making sure that I'm catering to her needs and what she needs me to do for her. So you need to earn that right. So the financial one, the physical one, make sure Guti mentally grand, you know, psychologically grand. You try and get rid of all the insecurities that we all carry, the demons that we have. Morally alright, guys. Stop going around fucking chowing every single girl that you can meet on the street. Stop going around doing immoral things as un cheater, you know. Make sure that you treat yourself like the fucking diamond that you are. Not everybody has access to you. So also align that moral pillar, you know, and then it aligns with your spirituality. So it's all those things that you need to sort out, and you're going to see once you are okay with those things, then it becomes easier to be vulnerable. You know, it's easier then to open up. So there's that line that Jordan Peterson says. I'm going to paraphrase it, where he says, Wuti, man shouldn't be soft or weak. Man should be a demon. Man should be an angry. Man should be a monster, but then be able to control it. You know, so once you're that monster and you're that then you are able to then bring it back and then show your vulnerable side. You know, so again, as Carl Jung says, Wuti, if you want to plant a tree and make sure that the branches get to heaven, the roots need to be able to fucking go down to hell. And that's the type of thing of understanding who you fully are and embracing and ensuring, Wuti, I've got fucking paper in my bank account. I can fucking fold men, you know, morally and spiritually I'm aligned. I read, mentally I've let go of a lot of demons. At that point, it's easier then for me to find someone I trust and then offload. At that point, it's easy for me to be soft and get my nails done at that point. And I think that's what Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels, at least what I got from it, is work on yourself first before you go out there. So men, if you are struggling with life, find out where the challenges are, work on them. Don't run to go and cry somewhere, especially in a point where you don't trust or you're not too sure. Don't run to be vulnerable. Don't run to cry on the shoulder. Don't run. Come back. Break down your life. Introspect. This here. This is the easiest, followed by this, followed by this, followed by this. Watch videos, read books. You will find mentors along the way that will guide you. You know. So that's just my 2 cents. Earn the right to be vulnerable. Earn the right to be soft. Earn that right. You know. Society is hard for Amachita. Guys, I hope everybody elevates and has a fantastic day. Sure.